I, 25M, went through my GF's phone, 26F, and I feel sick and unsure. To start this off, I just want to say I completely understand going through your partner's phone without their permission or knowledge is definitely an invasion of privacy. I was just hoping it could give me some peace of mind. Me and my GF got together back in December. We were friends for almost 10 years, best friends for the past 3 years, and one night at her work Christmas party, it kind of just happened. Everything was so great in the beginning. She was so kind and caring, and I truly felt appreciated. I remember introducing her to my friends, and I overheard her telling one of my buddy's wives that she felt like I was asterisk her person. Asterisk, it was so validating to have those same feelings reciprocated, since I feel like in the past, I haven't really had that. However, for the past 2 months, things have definitely been different. I totally understand the honeymoon phase is a thing, and in a long-term relationship things kind of settle in. I guess I just didn't expect it to happen so suddenly and so soon. In the last month and a half, we've had sex one time, which for her is wild considering I knew her before our relationship, and she's always been a very physically expressive person, especially with her last 2 situationships, who we'll call N and C. Being the understanding and patient person I try to be, I took into account that her life has been hectic, struggling with anxiety, untreated ADHD, and some health issues she's working on. Plus, work has been crazy for her, especially this time of year. So I can totally understand her drive declining, but it hasn't just been that. It's been almost all intimacy. I find that I have to initiate any type of physical affection. Kissing, holding hands, compliments. I don't need constant reassurance, but it'd be nice to feel wanted or appreciated. It's to the point where when I see her loving on our dog, I almost feel jealous because I crave that type of connection. Also, I moved in about a month ago, and that's been stressful for both of us. She's a crazy light sleeper and it's too quiet in her house, so I wake her up by accident even when trying to be quiet. I've never lived with anyone, and I've had a bed to myself my whole life, with a thermostat at my preference and a fan on. Since moving in, I've given all that up to make her more comfortable. Still, I get complaints about moving stuff around, waking her, or changing the thermostat. I get that it's annoying, especially if you've lived alone, but her getting grumpy with me over it makes me feel like a guest in my own home. We've also had tough conversations lately about our relationship and future. Early on, we were super excited. Even started talking about getting married. It got to the point where I bought an engagement ring 3 months in. Yeah, it's super soon, but I felt like she was my soulmate for years and wanted to get a head start on paying it down. One hard topic has been her admitting she gave more effort in the bedroom to her exes than she does with me. She claimed that when she's in a relationship, her brain just switches, and she doesn't feel like she has to put on an act. But honestly, that sounds like a cop-out. These people treated her poorly, and I treat her like gold. Why wouldn't you want to give your person that same or more energy? She's also had open dynamics before, not fully poly, but the occasional extra person in the bedroom. I'm not really into that, especially when our own connection has felt a little dull lately. I'm bi, so it's not a gender thing, but emotionally, I'm not ready for that. She says if I never want that, it's okay and she respects it, but we've had this talk like 4 times. She even said one of my closest friends would have been a perfect candidate, and that made me feel sick. Now, I don't even want to bring that friend around. I want to emphasize, I do love my GF. Our relationship has a lot of good in it. She is considerate of my feelings a lot of the time. We never argue, we just talk things out. She knows how she can be and sometimes apologizes and says she appreciates me. That's part of why I want to marry her. But lately, I've just been feeling really unsure. Fast forward to last night. She fell asleep and there was her phone. I felt horrible doing it, but I just had to know she wasn't lying to me about everything. I hoped I'd get some peace of mind. Now, back to C and N. She had a long and deep history with them, especially C. And getting into this relationship, I told her it concerned me because I knew about their situation, especially their spicy time, which she said was crazy, spontaneous, and the best she's ever had. But she reassured me I was so far above those guys, and what we had was special. They don't compare. But in her text with her best friend, one of the first things I saw was her saying that when she listens to her spicy audiobooks, she fantasizes about doing that stuff, but follows up with, I could never do that with him. I couldn't take him seriously. And that's what she misses about C and N. That hit hard. I am a goofy guy, but not being able to take me seriously in any way? Then, her friend asked if I was good in bed or if I needed guidance. Mind you, I thought our sex was great. She claims to finish 3 times almost every time, with foreplay and everything. I've even asked if she was faking, and she always said no. I told her, no pressure. Just be honest, and let's work on it so it's great for both of us. But she told her friend I almost never make her finish. She added that C also didn't finish her often, but she still misses doing it with him. She also said she sometimes thinks she's unattracted to me, but followed that up with, asterisk, ick, I think I'm just crazy faced with tears of joy. Asterisk, apparently, she's also been having doubts about our relationship. She said something along the lines of, asterisk, yeah, I mean, if it doesn't work out, that would suck, especially since he's already moved in and he definitely won't want to be friends anymore. Asterisk, so what I got from that was breaking up is on her mind, but it's inconvenient right now because I live there, and she doesn't want to lose me completely. I also found a chat with her ex, where she used to send him spicy photos and videos, something she's never done for me. It wasn't all terrible. There were parts where she admitted maybe she was just being irrational or adjusting. She said she's kind of lonely right now since her best friend doesn't live nearby, but that friend is moving soon, and she thinks that will help. She and her friend both said I'm the best guy she's ever talked to and that she loves me a lot. In another chat with a different friend, she said I'd recently moved in and things have been really nice. I know this sounds like a one-sided recount that paints her badly, but she's not a terrible person. I love her. She's been through a lot. I knew she was a bit complicated when I chose this. I just don't know if I should chalk this up as private girl talk never meant to be seen. We all say wild things in private, I know I do. Or this is stuff I should be genuinely concerned about. Do I tell her I went through her phone and what I saw? Should I stay patient and try to work through it together? Or should I step back and reassess everything?